What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to my playoff reaction. We gonna talk about the Phoenix Suns losing their 2-0, 2-1 lead, and now it's tied and is anybody's game. As the series is now tied 2-2. The Bucks was able to hang around. It seemed like Phoenix was in control of the game. It seemed like Phoenix was going to be able to win the game, even when the Bucks was able to go on a run in the ending of the fourth quarter. Phoenix really looked pretty good for the most part. Chris Paul has been a guy everybody's been criticizing, and everybody's been getting on with the turnovers and the missed shots. Um, it is fair because this is the finals. This is his first time being there, and people thought that they would probably run away with this series after going up 2-0 in dominant fashion. And Chris Paul was a big reason of that, especially in game one. Devin Booker showed up. He had a bad game before, got benched in the fourth quarter, and he reacted the right way. Came out aggressive, came out looking for his shot, was able to make some tough ones too. And, overall, he should have made better decisions in the fourth quarter. And he blew some shots too that could have helped them win the game. But it's tied up 2-2. It ain't like you're going down 3-1 in the series. It's must win. You're going back home to Phoenix and you have a chance to take a 3-2 lead and put the Milwaukee Bucks on elimination. Not only that, Giannis looked pretty good. He wasn't trying to do too much or try too hard. I feel like he did the right plays and made the right decisions, but he also probably could have dominated a little bit more, and maybe that would have kept the Bucks from trailing the entire game. But at the same time, Chris Middleton had it going. He missed some key shots in the fourth quarter that could have lost them the game, but he ended up getting a layup to go that pretty much sealed the game for them after the Giannis block. Giannis looks good as a center. He looks good as a power forward, and he even looked good as a small forward. He looked good in every position he done played so far, and I liked his intensity, and I liked the fact that he was trying to do whatever he could to help his team win, and I feel like Giannis did that throughout the whole game. You got to give credit to Drew Holiday for being pesky. He was very, very pesky in this game and for basically the entire series, staying up in people, making people dribble, make people think, reaching and keeping them moving, and putting pressure on guys to make decisions and to dribble and try to force them out of their comfort zone. And I feel like he has done a good job of that on Chris Paul and on Devin Booker for the most part. And then on top of that, you look at the fact that Connaughton, he made some big buckets for this team and was a big reason why they won because he was able to be in his area, move around without the basketball, and if the ball finds you, be prepared to let that thing fly. And he let it fly, and he hit it, and it was very impressive because he had a lot of those situations in the regular season and also throughout this playoff run where he didn't show up or he didn't make those shots. And it hurts you because you want to go small or you want to put Giannis at the center and you need somebody reliable. And he has to be that. Like I said, they don't have Dante DiVincenzo because he's injured. So they're relying a lot on Connaughton to bring that defensive effort. And we see that Phoenix like switching them. And Devin Booker got some buckets on Connaughton in isolation. And that's the matchup that they want. So he has a tough, plate right now. We need you to do more. We need you to play and be ready. And we're going to rely on you. And if you would have told me that Pat Connaughton would be a reliable player for the Bucks, is reality now. And it may have sound crazy, but they've been playing him a lot and they've been relying on him a lot, and he hasn't always delivered. But what's bigger than tying the series up 2-2 with a chance to go up 3-2 and a chance to be a champion? So he made the shot when it mattered. He made it when it count, and they playoff season looks a lot better now instead of being down 3-1. I do feel like Aiden, he tried a little bit too hard. I feel like he had a lot of matchups where he just needed to be more physical. He just needed to attack and be more physical. I feel like he settled for perimeter shots farther away from the basket shots where he could have got closer or he could have just destroyed his opponent. That has been something that he struggles with as he's more of a finesse player. But when you have those type of matchups and those type of switches that you're taking advantage of, you have to take advantage of it. And he hit some shots, but ultimately, a lot of those shots the Bucks will live with, and they'd be cool with them taking them. and he didn't have that dominant performance that he has had in the playoffs so far. But at the same time, they're going to need him to step it up. He didn't get in foul trouble this game, and I feel like he was solid defensively. But he does need to insert himself a lot more on the offensive end. If Chris Paul is going to struggle or Devin Booker is not going to have great shooting nights, they're going to need somebody, him or Mikal Bridges or Jay Crowder, are going to have to play a lot better and give them the necessary um, weapon. They just need an extra weapon because this is Devin Booker and Chris Paul team pretty much. They rely on these guys to create offense and create shots. And these guys feed off of the open shots and the looks that they get. And Aiden does too. And getting blocked when you had a chance to tie is proof. And that was a shot that was set up by Devin Booker. And Aiden just couldn't finish it, unfortunately for him. But he's going to have to continue to be aggressive, and he's going to have to continue to get in that paint and bang. Just get a little closer, just get a little easier bucket, and just continue to have that type of mentality that this person can't stop me, this person can't guard me, just go out there and continually do it. And I know he can. He did it in college. He did it throughout this playoff run. I don't see why he can't do it now, especially because they're switching a lot of those guys on Aiden, and they're all smaller and littler than him. He just has to take more, more aggressive shots. And when I look at the rest of the game, I feel like other than that, a lot of these guys just was ready. I feel like the Bucks really communicated a little bit better defensively, and I feel like they held the role players in check. Cameron Johnson did a good job of getting free and keeping himself within space to get off clean looks. And I wish Devin Booker did that a lot more. But Cameron Johnson has been fantastic. I like the fact that he's always moving. He's always looking for a spot to get a rebound or a spot to get open, and they just make the pass and he just knocks them down. And he has been crucial for them, especially when they sit they star perimeter players. And I feel like he has did a fantastic job at that, just knowing where to be, staying open and staying ready. And I feel like the minutes he gets, he has been very good for them. Also, Cameron Payne, he hasn't really had that impact that he had in the other series. He hasn't had that great game or that game that we was waiting for or thought that he would have. They have had pretty good defense and held him pretty much in check this entire series. He was a big story in the Lakers series. He was a big story against the Clippers in that game one. We don't really in game two. We don't really see that Cameron Payne influence and impact so far in this series. You have to give credit to the defense of the Bucks and being able to scout him and knowing how to take him out of his game and knowing how to neutralize him a little bit. Cameron Payne has been a little absent in this series, and like I said, they need that third guy. With Devin Booker and Chris Paul as their leaders and their go-to guys, they're going to need that third guy to give them 18 and 25 points, and I didn't see that tonight. And same with Drew Holiday. I like the fact that he was getting into the post. I like that he was getting close to the basket. I like that he wasn't settling a lot. And he is a big piece to the Bucks. They paid him a lot of money, and they expect him to deliver, and they're already in the finals. So he has did a little bit of what he was supposed to do, and he has filled in a lot of needs that they needed him to have. As he has really been a great decision maker and playmaker and defender for the Bucks so far. It's just his offense has just been coming and going and mostly been bad. But I feel like he really didn't settle as much and he missed some key shots. But overall, he was still aggressive looking for a shot, and you like that type of Drew Holiday, but he still just got to consistently knock him down or turn him down for better shots for himself or his teammates. And then, that's just another process. He's learning his team. They changing up lineups. They changing up who's out there with him and who he has to defend pretty much every quarter. And he's doing a great job for the most part in this series. And that's all you can really ask him for. You just want a little bit more offense, but at the same time, he's doing a fantastic job. Other than that, this has been an interesting series. Bucks blowout, Suns blowout. The Bucks win the close game. Chris Paul took over a close game, and now we want to see what happens next in this series of who's going to take control of the series going up 3-2, and who's going to really have enough fight and enough will to seal this and kill the other team off and take home the championship. This hasn't been disappointing. This hasn't been the most exciting, But at the same time, it's still good basketball for the most part. And whoever wins this series deserves it. I feel like both teams have really changed a lot in how they defend and how they score. So the adjustments have been made. We got a close game that could have went either way in the fourth quarter, and the Bucks just wanted a little bit more. They defended. They got the steals. They overplayed sometimes just because they wanted it, and they ended up getting it at the end of the day. So I feel them. I'm feeling the Bucks right now on that, but we just got to see what they have to do in Phoenix because this team is different on the road. Same with Middleton and Drew Holiday, and if they want to win a championship, they got to win on the road. As 2 out of the last 3 will be in Phoenix, Game 5 and Game 7 if it's necessary. So they have to win in Phoenix if they want to win this championship. That's something that we have to see can they do. Other than that, I'll be back to y'all tomorrow. Quinn Wade, basketball analysis. I'm going.